This is a talk about reality. Am I really real? Are you really real? Who is real? Good evening. This is What is Awakening with a video about reality, and especially the question, are we real? The first questions are fluttering in, and I always prefer to answer questions instead of presenting a topic without a question. So 2 questions came in recently. The first one was what to do with fears, and the second one was, are we real? So the second one I think is the more urgent one, because it is basically also indirectly the answer of the first one. Because our fears are not real, they are not based on anything. And that is the same for our personalities. What you call yourself and what I call myself is not really real. These are personalities. They have developed over time through conditioning and brainwashing and repetition. Once awake, you realize that your personality is not true. It's not real even. It doesn't really exist. Just a story, albeit a very convincing one. You still have a personality that remains for many years after awakening, and you need this personality whenever you interact with the grand illusion called Maya. If you were able to stay in a constant state of meditation, you wouldn't need your personality. And in fact, there is a certain state of consciousness where you don't need it anymore at all. Yet until then, you need a medium of interaction, and that is your personality. You have trained your personality so that you can react and interact. The only thing that the personality cannot do is act. We would very much like to believe that we can act, but it is not really true. My personality, for example, still has anxieties and hopes, opinions, emotions, and so on. But I do not take them seriously anymore. It's just like noise, it's just like cars driving by, or crickets chirping in the grass, or music in the background. And sometimes I like the music and sometimes I don't. But I know it's not me thinking and feeling and seeing and listening and so on. That sounds a bit cuckoo, or at least a bit scary, but it is actually very liberating. You could say, if we are talking with one another, it is happening, it's real. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is that we can exchange arguments. I say something and you say something and so on, and we relate to each other and what we say and have said. But what is the difference to actors reciting their script in a movie set or on a theater stage? The whole world is but a large stage. To casually misquote Shakespeare, the actor is told what to say, how to say it, and so on. Maybe to cry even, or to scream, to have a frightened expression in his face, or a loving one. So ask yourself, what is the difference between a convincing actor and you, yourself? It is one of the oldest questions of mankind, rephrased, and no one has ever come up with a satisfying answer. If you come up with one, please go ahead and share it with us. Write it in the comments below. What is the difference if you can find one? Think about it. That is one of the most important questions you can ever ask yourself. And one of the most practical. For if what you believe yourself to be is not real, then what follows? What are the consequences? The consequences for all your problems you think you have. Okay, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Keep on asking questions. The next video will be about how to deal with fears.